Hello, and welcome to Hospital Indemnity 101. My name is Andrew Rodman, and I'm a health marketer with Western Marketing. All right, today we're going to cover what is hospital indemnity, the ideal prospects, why sell hospital indemnity, the coverage options, and then highlights. Go into underwriting just a little bit. I'm going to show you a nice quoting tool and presentation that we have for the plan itself, and we're going to tell you when to sell it, and then a little bit on the compliance to selling hospital indemnity. So first of all, what is hospital indemnity? Well, it's basically a supplemental health insurance plan designed to help cover the copays and deductibles that are associated with an existing health plan when a hospital stay is required. The indemnity portion of that basically is described as, or is explained as to a client, that it's going to pay the client or the beneficiary directly, regardless of any other coverage, whether it's covered partially or completely 100%, pays directly to the policyholder or the beneficiary. So who is the ideal prospect? Well, since these plans were basically formed to cover and fill the gaps in a Medicare Advantage plan, that's where we're going to start. So your ideal client is going to be the one that has a Medicare or Medicare Advantage plan that has a zero premium or a low premium plan and really cannot afford those unexpected costs of $1,000, $1,500, or $2,000 out of their pocket. So why we sell it? Well, it's like I said before, if they're on a Medicare Advantage plan, we're offering this to fill those gaps and offer them a more comprehensive coverage. And also, since you have sold them a Medicare Advantage plan and now you have a hospital indemnity plan, we're going to have better client retention because we all know that more policies in a household mean that you're actually their agent and their advisor and not somebody that just sold them a plan. So it's going to help you keep your policy holders. Client referrals. The underwriting is simplified issue, so it's not something very difficult for you as an agent or your clients to go through the underwriting process. Plus, we have plans that are guaranteed issue 64.5 to 65.5, so no health questions whatsoever. Increased revenue, of course. When we make another sale, when we sell that hospital indemnity, we get a little bit more money on top as well. So let's go into the basic coverage options of a hospital indemnity. So most of the plans that are out there are a daily benefit. So you have a select either $100 all the way to $600, $700, $800 a day for a certain period of days. So that's one option. The other option is that you can have a plan that the base policy is a lump sum. So when they first go in and admit to the hospital, it's a lump sum payment, not that daily benefit amount. Each of these plans, you got to kind of watch because each plan is treated a little bit differently when you're looking at admitted versus observation. Not to worry, we have plans that cover both and will help you explain or be able to see the differences in those as well. The riders that you can have on these plans that help with being in the hospital and then care after the hospital are right down below. The three on the left are probably the most utilized, and that would be the lump sum cancer, ambulance, skilled nursing facility. They do have ER, outpatient surgical, outpatient rehab, and a few others as well. Underwriting, like I said, it's fairly easy. It's simplified issue, so that means that there's no blood, no urine, no paramedical exam. It's basically yes, no health questions. Some carriers will pull an MIB or a script check. Generally, there's no height or weight chart. Like I mentioned before, we do have carriers, a few of them that are guaranteed issue 64.5 to 65.5, which is right at that turning 65 or aging to Medicare age range when you can actually get that person on no underwriting whatsoever. Most of the plans, it's a 6-month look back on prior hospitalization. So if they're in a hospital more than 6 months ago, they can still get this plan as long as they fit the criteria for the other underwriting questions. 12-month look back, so a little bit further look back on cardiac conditions, stroke, lung conditions, and those type of conditions as well. The cancer rider that most commonly sold with this plan usually does require 1 or 2 additional health questions, but they're pretty easy. So now that we've known a little bit about hospital indemnity, I'm going to show you how easy it is to quote it and fill the gaps with the use of our online quoting system that is free to our Western marketing agents to utilize. So as we're getting logged in here, you'll be able to see that we have more than just Medicare Advantage and hospital indemnity that we can quote, but also Medicare supplement, final expense, dental, and then there's a few other added tools that are on here. But to be able to fill the gaps in the Medicare Advantage plan, the agent needs to know what Medicare Advantage plan and what those holes might be. So let's look up all the carriers in our area. I'll plug in our zip code. We'll choose our county here, 𝗪𝘂𝘀𝘵. It shows us Medicare Advantage, the plan year, and then we're going to simply get quote. All right, we'll see that we have all these different carriers that are specific to that zip code and to that county, and a little bit of info about them. So let's just pick a random one here. Let's do the 𝗪𝘂𝘀𝗶𝘶𝗵. And we'll see that we have the little bit of details, the out-of-pocket maximum, star rating, drug deductible, if it's a local PPO in the county, of course. To get a little bit more details, we'll hover over the quote options and we'll click View Plan Details. From here, we're going to have a lot more details that are going to go into what the copays and deductibles are, or those holes in coverage, just with click of a button. So you want to make sure you click on Show Additional Details so you see all those different copays, deductibles, or additional benefits. And as you can see, there's quite a few different things that we can work with here. Now, we know that there's holes, there's gaps, and now we need to fill those gaps. So we have this nice little button simply called Fill the Gaps. So you'll click there. You'll put in your zip code, the age, female, tobacco status, and we're going to do Run Quote. Once this pulls up, it's going to pull up all the carriers that are available to you through Western Marketing to be able to quote with, which there's quite a few of them. And each one has their own little perk or details that is the best fit for you as an agent and the best fit for you as a client. So just call us and we can help you figure out what's going to be the best for you. I'm on Medico 6 days, so we're going to go there. No specific reason. We're just going to use them as a scenario. But you click Add to Comparison. Once it gets up and going here, of course, doing this live, it always tends to go slow. And we'll see that we'll have a side-by-side comparison where we have our Medicare Advantage plan on the left and our hospital indemnity plan on the right. So we generally sell these plans to cover that major portion is the hospital admission. So I know that this plan, and I'll show you down below, has a $350 copay for days 1 through 5. So that's roughly about a $1,750 out of pocket if they were to have a 5-day hospital stay, which is a big unexpected cost if they're not ready for it. So this hospital admission, we can go right here. We can go $350, and it's going to automatically calculate that for you. So we can cover that potential out-of-pocket cost for our client that is $1,750 for $20.16. It's a pretty cheap plan to be able to put on to offer a good comprehensive coverage and offer them peace of mind. Now you can go down and also start selecting other holes in coverage. Their ambulance copay. There's that lump sum cancer that I was telling you about. $5,000 policy, lump sum, $9. Pretty inexpensive. ER visits, go down to outpatient rehab, skilled nursing facility, and so on and so on. So we'll be able to see that we'll have a side-by-side comparison, offer them pretty comprehensive coverage that is in addition to their $0 premium plan for $44.72. Now we can PDF this out also so that you can use that as a presentation tool to either email to them, use it in a face-to-face or however you'd like to do it. But we'll see that that side-by-side comparison will have your name, your phone number, email address, and the website. And you can put your logo up here, photo, whatever picture you'd like to have. But it's a nice little presentation tool of saying, here's your plan, $0 premium, great benefits that are built inside of there, but there are holes in coverage. But don't worry, we can fill those holes, and this presentation tool will show you how and how little a premium it costs to offer that great comprehensive coverage. Let me try to get back to here. So that's our quoting software. We can definitely get that for you guys for free. You just have to give us a buzz here and I'll give you our info at the end. But a great tool and a lot of different resources in there for you. So now we're going to talk about when is the best time to sell. We work with a lot of agents all over the US, and most of them say it's right now. So what I mean by now is when you're presenting that Medicare Advantage plan and you're going through and talking about the rich benefits and then also the holes in coverage, that's when you can be the hero and say, yes, there's holes in coverage. Yes, there's a $1,750 copay. But if you remind me, I can show you how I can fill them gaps in coverage really easy for a minimal cost under $50 a month. So right now. Now, that being said, you got to make sure that you're compliant. So if you're talking to somebody with a Medicare Advantage plan, we need to make sure that we get that scope of appointment form signed and that we're checking the box that's there that says hospital indemnity or health-related products so that we're compliant and we can pitch those products and bring them up to them at the point of sale. If you have any questions on that, we can help you out, but it's a pretty simple process to be able to fill out that scope of appointment form, which can also be done on our quoting tool as well. Pretty simple. It's a quick hospital indemnity 101. I would really like to hear your thoughts, see what you guys think. Call us here at Western Marketing at 800-852-7152. We'd love to be able to see what your situation is, what we could do to help you and your clients out, and make you a little bit better practice and then make a little more money. So thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. You all have a great day.